While the air quality has been improving from the wildfire smoke, we still have been seeing some spots across the western side of Michigan in that moderate category, and I did want to touch on the reason why. Now, as we look at the map across the entire state of Michigan, no air quality alerts, but on the other side of the lake, all along the lakeshore north of Chicago, they still are talking about some of those air quality concerns, and the reason why is not from the wildfire smoke, but instead we're talking about ozone. So that's the big reason why we're still seeing some of those moderate categories across the western side of the state of Michigan. Those air quality alerts north of Chicago are in play until midnight tonight. And because we're having a little bit more of a southerly wind today, that is helping still to bring in a little bit more of that ozone, even here into parts of northern Michigan. So if you're out and about and you're wondering why, well, there you go. That's the big reason. Now let's go ahead and talk about the storm chances that we still do have out there. We've been seeing a few showers and even some storms popping, especially into northeast lower and throughout the upper peninsula as well. You guys have been the lucky winners of seeing some rain, and we do need some. Let's go ahead and talk about where we go as far as the rain chances past midnight tonight. Still thinking it's more in a scattered to even an isolated fashion at best. Notice the coverage, especially as we lose the daytime heating closer to midnight, getting into the day on Friday. Really not going to be looking too impressive, but some of the newer data, even still right there near the straits as early as Friday morning, wants to bring in a few more showers and storms, even into some of our southern communities as well. Again, these are just going to be those popcorn-style chances for these rain and storms as we are going into the day tomorrow. That's really going to be the main takeaway from our rain chances really throughout the rest of this upcoming week. You still do notice those little red arrows coming in from the south, helping to still build in more of that heat and humidity as we are going closer to the weekend. So closer to around 6, 7 o'clock this time tomorrow, still some of those same areas that are seeing the rain and storms could get another round as we go later into the day on Friday. Not a complete washout, and if you're planning to be out and about for your Friday, just make sure you have a way to check in with the radar every now and then. 9 and 10 weather app's a good tool to have. Even still could have a few more showers and storms. We'll be watching that. Another cluster potentially moving throughout the upper peninsula as we are starting off the beginning of your upcoming weekend. Let's talk about rain chances into the weekend. Not looking too impressive as we go throughout late Saturday, but Sunday, even going into early next week, could bring in some more rain and some slightly cooler temperatures behind the heat and humidity that we have out there, at least for the next few days. And we're still talking about a lot of that heat. There it is, live weather stations, Mount Pleasant still holding into the mid-80s, 88 degrees, even another common number right there into McBain at this hour, with those numbers still on the toasty side. Temperatures, as we take you past the midnight hour tonight, if you're not seeing the rain, you're definitely going to notice the humidity out there. 60s and dew points well into the 60s, near 70, so it's going to be more of that muggy feeling as we get into the day tomorrow. Temperatures as we go throughout the day tomorrow, still plenty of heat for you there. Eastern upper tip of the mid, more 80s as we get into the afternoon. Would not be surprised south of the Mackinac Bridge if we are talking about a few spots closer to the low 90s getting into the day tomorrow. So going to be another hot Friday for you there. Sunrise side, still could talk about a few more pop-up style showers and storms getting into the second half of the day, and even still into our central counties. Plenty of heat to go around for your Friday, so everybody will be experiencing that as we get into the day tomorrow, still with more of a southerly breeze. There you go into the next 7 days. We'll keep the chances for pop-up style showers and storms Saturday. I think Sunday into Monday, another decent chance at them. Slightly cooler temperatures next week.